Hey guys, it's Zari the Boss Lady. Watch my interview on SPM Buzz. Dropping soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You're watching SPM Buzz, Kenya's #1 online TV station. My good name is Silva Kido. It's a new year, we're doing things differently. And this time, I'm sitting down with one and only a boss lady, a reality TV superstar from young African and famous entrepreneur, a mom, and a newlywed to Shakib. Zari, welcome to SPM Buzz.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
How's the year going?
Good so far. Alhamdulillah, everything is fine so far.
Everything is fine.
Yes.
This year, you're back in Nairobi.
Yes, I am. It's a home. I'm always in Nairobi, come to think of it.
What brings you in Nairobi?
Samsung. It's always Samsung. Samsung, honey. You can say it again. Samsung.
Samsung.
Yes.
How do you feel to work with a bigger brand, like Samsung?
Honestly speaking, for me, it is such a big honor. Very honored to be working with a brand such as Samsung. I mean, if you look at my history, I've been part of Samsung before I actually officially became part of the family. I've been a Samsung user. So if there's anyone that understands this brand, it's me. So working with a brand that I understand, it's the easiest thing that anyone can do. And I'm super excited that we have new things coming up.
New things coming up?
Yes.
What is coming up?
A lot is coming up.
A lot is coming up.
Yes.
We've mentioned about now Samsung. Let's talk about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
How was it easy for you? What sparked your transition from, being in the social media now to become an entrepreneur?
I kind of feel like women are the future. The future is female. And if you look at how the world is working now, women are dominating places that men thought women would never step in. And for me to turn around my life from being a socialite to becoming a businesswoman, I think it was motivation. I used to look at women like Oprah, who came from nothing and became something. And that's just to mention a few. Viola Davis, these are some of the greatest women the world has. And the social life is good, but after that, what next? What next? I needed to get something to do, and that's how I got into the entrepreneur world.
Entrepreneur, so far so rewarding. I've seen you've managed to do great in the industry.
Thank you.
In terms of milestone, let's talk about maybe your proud moment. How did you achieve it?
The what?
The proud moment.
My proudest moment.
Yes.
I have quite a lot of them. I have a lot of them. For me, being a mother, that is one of the biggest milestones because I kind of feel like that is one thing I do the best. And then being a successful entrepreneur in a country like South Africa where xenophobia is quite big, but I'm standing in South Africa with a big recognized government business, foreign owned by a female. I mean, that is like a top achievement for me. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. So many young ladies are looking up to you. They admire your work, they admire your sacrifice. What is the biggest piece of advice for a woman who wants to start a business, who wants to be like you?
A young female looking at me right now wanting to make it in the world, you need to love what you do. It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing, you just need to have passion for what you're doing. Because a lot of times there's a lot of criticism. Oh, you want to do this? I don't think you're gonna make it. Oh, it's not your field. You need to love it. And then go out and plan, how do I get it? And once you get it, the world is yours.
Capital can be, a thing because most of us are coming from, those families whereby we cannot even raise, money to even go to universities. For someone who's looking maybe to start a business, who has the idea, who doesn't have the vision, who doesn't have the finance and resources to start a business.
We live in a world where people look at Zari and they see a finished product and they're like, I want to be like that. Mm-hmm. But then people don't look at your journey, your history, where you came from, how you started. Like I came from nothing. I came from scrubbing floors in the UK. I used to I say it again and again, I used to be a maid, because I was working towards the top. So some people are very blessed that you can come from nothing to something, and some people you need to work hard. So you need to find out, how do I get there? I started off cleaning. I started off doing small secretary jobs. I used to be a tea girl in some offices way back. And then with a student now, they can do intern. In your free time, you do internship. While you're doing internship, even if they're not paying, but you're gaining experience to take you to the next level. So there is so many things people can do. It's not about the capital. You can never have it at the same time. You need to start somewhere.
You have to start somewhere. You've had it from the boss lady. Now, Zari, let's talk about your family and your career balance.
Yeah.
How do you manage the demands of motherhood, business, and being in public eye while maintaining a strong personal identity?
I think I've learned to prioritize, and my family comes first. I don't care what needs my attention at what time, my family is always going to be first. So prioritizing is key. I know this time my family needs me, this time my business needs me, this time my husband needs me, this time my social life needs me. So I prioritize. I can never handle it at once, but I give priority to what needs to be done first.
If you had to pick from those, what comes first?
Family.
Why family?
Family is everything. The world can crash, the businesses can crash. My family is always going to be here.
Wow, family. Talking about family, what has been the most rewarding, part of raising your children while building your empire?
For me, seeing my sons turning into entrepreneurs like myself and their dad right now, and you have to remember, I'm raising boys. I'm a single mom raising boys whose dad passed away, and kids like my sons are exposed to a lot of things. They're exposed to luxury, they're exposed to money, they're exposed to everything you can think of, but they still stay grounded. My boys are well behaved, my boys are very humble, and for me looking at them, I'm like, okay, I'm doing a good job. So that is something I'm proud of.
Talking about the most reality TV show right now in the world, a reality superstar. You can never miss out on Zari. Zari, young, rich, and famous.
Yeah.
Just turn around things for you.
The reality show, to start with, is not scripted. A lot of people think it's scripted. We are not scripted. We get together, and when things happen, what you hear me saying, I mean it. What you hear somebody else saying, they mean it. So the reality show for me to get on Netflix is I think is the biggest achievement so far. It's a global platform watched by so many people. So for me, being on that show is a top notch, but the show is as it is.
As it is.
As it is, not scripted, nothing else. What you see is what you're getting.
This season,
you
guys have featured your marriage to Shakib.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did you share the moment, on the show impact your relationship?
So Shakib and I got married before the show. We got married, we had a nikah, and family was there, close friends were there. So because season 3 was coming up, my marriage had to be part of, because it's reality, remember, it's reality. So I had to introduce Shakib now to the group, because now he's officially my husband. And what you saw on the show is our reception, but we already had our nikah prior to shooting season 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your nikah.
Thank you.
How did you decide to make it halal now? Go the right way, the Islamic way?
Shakib is a very nice guy. I'm even speechless when I want to talk about Shakib. He's someone that I feel home when I'm with him. Home is not a building. Home is where you find peace. So Shakib for me is home. I know I've got my shenanigans, but I'm sure he's learning how to put up with all of that. But he's home. He knows how to calm me down, how to tone me down. Shakib leads. I'm very stubborn and I'm not very submissive, but Shakib kind of put me in my place. And I think that's when I felt like, okay, I need a man like him. And I said yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. We've seen the reception about Shakib. Everyone praises Shakib.
Yeah.
She's calm, she's mature, she's focused. That's really, really Shakib.
Yes, he's winning. I kind of feel like he's winning. And he started here. You see, that's why I said sometimes things happen to you when you're blessed and you're lucky. So Shakib is winning. Yeah.
All right. Tell me about your favorite memory from filming Young, Famous, and African.
My sons being on the show, that was something, and seeing them how they act around the other, my colleagues, my friends. Yeah, for me that is one of the best part. Not the fights. The fights are always going to be there, but the fact that I had the boys there, it's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
And Latifa and Milan walking down the aisle, I'm like, okay, there's my 2 little ones. That was so cute.
That was so cute.
Yeah.
Zari, you're well connected in East Africa and Africa in large. Which Kenyan celebrity do you think deserve to be casted? To be featured on Young, Famous, and African?
You really want my honest opinion?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something. I am not the type of person who follows what people are doing. And I'll tell you what, I might seem like I have a big number of following. So it might come off as if I'm a lot on social media, but I usually post and come off. I post and go off. So for me, I don't know, because I don't really follow people to say, okay, this person is doing this one has this drama, or this can fit in our group. So at this point, honestly, I don't know.
Should I propose names?
I know a lot of celebrities here. I know Vera Sindika, she's my friend. I know Erica Monde, but I just don't know how much of who they are they can put on TV, because you need to remember, reality TV series is not just about who you are on social media. Once the cameras start rolling, because it's reality, I've seen people becoming different, you understand? So I don't know, but Vera would look good on our show. I kind of feel like she's pretty, she brings the whole nyash, and I think she can throw some jabs. Yeah, she's very inspired. She looks like us.
From Tanzania, do you have someone in mind?
Tanzanian people are not as dramatic as we are. They are so big on gossip. Tanzanians just love Udaku. That's Tanzanians, and I don't think Udaku would really work on young famous in Africa. That's for Tanzania. My bad. Come for me, but it is for sure. Tanzanians are so invested in gossip and all those social media dramas, and then when you come to reality TV, Netflix, it's way different from what their Udaku things are. So
Make me understand.
Let's have Zuchu. Having Zuchu on the show would be. I mean, I need her to sit there and look at them, and it's like, what did you say? I'm your artist, you know? I would love to see that.
Zuchu. Because for us Kenyans, we're going for Tanasha.
Yeah. Tanasha is pretty. Tanasha is very pretty, believe me. But she's so reserved. I speak to Tanasha, by the way. We always speak and the kids call each other. But she's this nice, quiet girl, and I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah, so because that show needs people that are, you know, and Tanasha seems to be so laid back. She's not like. So I kind of feel like Zuchu coming on the show would stir things up all of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is the requirement for one to join Young Famous and African?
There is no requirement, because Netflix solely decides who comes on the show. So we cannot decide to say, oh, I'm bringing so and so, or we are suggesting so and so. That is upon Netflix.
All right, as we wind up this conversation, let's talk about now your relationship and your personal life.
Yeah.
What is the most rewarding, most romantic thing your husband Shakib has done for you?
My husband took me for my birthday last year to a place called Limala Wild Waters. It was so beautiful. It's literally, we slept while the river is running under our cabin.
Wow.
And to hear the river roar like that, I actually thought maybe the cabin is going to be swept away. So it's the thrill of it. And it was just the two of us, me and him. It was such a beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful moment?
Very.
I'm into that. Now, you being on the social media platform, people take advantage of you all the time. How do you handle, you and your husband handle this public scrutiny of your relationship, especially with your past being, very visible?
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm used to these things. I'm used to the trolling, and I always talk about, I say this to my husband, look, there's going to be criticism, there's going to be constructive criticism, and there's going to be negativity, but you choose. You can only choose what you want to take in. And I've told him, always choose positivity, because there's something about negative energy. It's very contagious. If you are going to follow all the negatives on the social media, trust me, it's going to catch up with you. I always choose the positives. That's why I think we're still surviving.
We're still surviving.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite social media platform that you feel like this is no more toxic?
That's more toxic. I kind of feel like Instagram used to be, but now Instagram is quiet. TikTok seems to be leading. TikTok seems to be the leading platform right now on all social medias. So toxic. Even the things that you want to do when you're scrolling up, things just come up. You're like, hey, Vanda, when did I do this? So TikTok.
Yeah. With Diamond Platinum's still a co-parent in your life, how do you balance maintaining boundaries and cooperating?
Diamond
Cooperation, sorry.
Diamond and I have become friends. and we're so good together as friends than we were together as, lovers. And I'm glad that he always come through for the kids whenever they need anything. We don't have any issues. I know it's hard to believe when people say, are you sure you're really co-parenting with them? But honestly speaking, we are. I think we're just in a space where like we are okay with each other. The past is in the past, and here we are, we're raising the kids, we're good. So there's nothing between me and him.
All right, cool. Lastly, looking forward, you've mentioned during one of your reality with Shakib, if South African law allows you for two husbands, would that ever happen? Cross your mind?
No. Okay, so that was a law that was being debated in the public, in the parliament. It was a law that because of what men are doing lately, they feel like at least women should have two husbands. But in all honesty, I doubt women would handle two husbands. There's no way you're going to service this home and then you need to service that home. And I can't. No.
You can't?
No. I think I said it because it's what was happening in South Africa. But if it's my reality, it's not.
Are you looking forward to start your own reality show?
Anything can happen. So anything can happen.
All right.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. That was one and only Boss Lady Zari, exclusive on ASP Buzz. Make sure you watch it, subscribe. Tell us in the comments below, what did you learn from this amazing interview? To your partners, Samsung, a message to them.
I would like to thank them for the second opportunity. I'm becoming part of the family for the second time, and for me it's an honor. I can't wait to showcase what we have.
Na raundi hii January tuna survive na maringos, manjoti, mabai, popcorns. All the bets up. Very nice. Very nice.
Skuman January na Odibets. Wekelea kwa Odibets app upate za kupiga January. Odibets. Very nice. SPM Buzz.